I found it in the back of the attic, an old TV that shouldn't have worked. But when I plugged it in, the static didn't sound like noise. It sounded like a whisper. Night after night, I'd watch the screen, the whispers slowly forming words, telling me stories about the family who lived here before. Then, last night, a face appeared in the static, a smiling, familiar face. It was my grandfather. He whispered my name and told me how proud he was. I almost cried, until he mentioned the new scar on my hand, the one I got yesterday. It started with the old television I found in the attic. At first, it was just a shape. A tall man with no face standing in the gray snow of the screen. I told myself it was just static, a trick of the light. I turned the TV off, but the reflection of the man stayed on the glass just for a second. Now, every time I close my eyes, I see him there in the static behind my eyelids, getting a little closer each time. That night, the static followed me. I heard it humming from the walls, a low electric growl that made my teeth ache. I looked down the long, narrow hallway, where the lights flickered like a dying heartbeat, and the wallpaper peeled away like old skin. And at the very end, the door to the basement, the one I always locked 3 times, was standing wide open, spilling darkness into the corridor. It wasn't just open, it was waiting. You don't realize how loud silence is until it's gone. The scratching started behind the headboard. Something was trying to crawl out of the walls and into my head. I pulled the blanket tighter, but the sound just got louder, more frantic. Then a new sound, a soft, rhythmic tap, tap, tapping. It wasn't coming from the wall anymore. It was coming from inside my own skull. And then a voice, thin as a whisper, spoke from the darkness, calling my name. I ran to the mirror to splash water on my face, my hands trembling. I looked up, and my reflection was still leaning over the sink. It wasn't moving. Its eyes, they turned into black, swirling static. It was whispering the same noise I heard in the attic, the same sound that's been following me for days. I realized with a sudden cold dread, it's not in the house anymore, it's in me.
They say if you drive down Old Cypress Road after midnight, you should turn your radio off. Not because you'll lose the signal, no, it's because something else might find it. Locals call him the Static Man. The story goes, a radio DJ from a forgotten station made a deal he couldn't keep. And now his spirit is trapped in the airwaves, forever searching for a voice. If you forget and leave your radio on, the music will slowly fade, replaced by a low hum, then crackling static. Through the noise, you might hear a faint, desperate whisper, trying to tell you something. They say he's warning you, or maybe he's asking for help. But whatever you do, don't answer back. Don't even whisper his name, because if he knows you're listening, he might just follow you home. So, next time you're on a lonely southern road, late at night, remember, the silence is your friend.
The old man at the gas station warned me not to take this road. Said the house at the end of it listens. I just laughed. But now, driving down this forgotten path, the car radio started playing a lullaby. The same one my mother used to sing to me before she disappeared. Then a child's whisper from the back seat, clear as day, said, "Are we home yet?" I'm alone in this car. Or I was. If you like horror and strange tales, like and subscribe the channel for more.